Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. One of the most beloved musicals of all time, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman's Little Shop of Horrors, is returning to its roots off-Broadway. It'll begin performances on September 17th at the West Side Theater with a dynamite cast. Jonathan Groff, Christian Borle, and Tammy Blanchard, under the direction of Michael Mayer, and we caught up with all of them during a break in rehearsal.
We're very excited to announce that this brilliant company of ours is giving us the ability to let you guys be the first to know that we will be extending this production until January 19th.
It is such a dream. I've never been in a more kind of like joyful, electric rehearsal room. Everyone is super passionate about the show. Everyone knows the show is amazing. No one wants to mess it up. We're all sort of like disciples of Little Shop of Horrors, and we're just trying to do it in its most like direct, original way, and it's such a joy. I feel like several times in my life things have been so good that I'm like waiting for something bad to happen, and this is one of those times. That's how I know it's a really extraordinary experience.
Seymour, what an iconic role. I mean, when were you first aware of Little Shop?
When I was in 7th grade singing Skid Row in the kitchen in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I was like, someone show me a way to get out of here, because I constantly pray I'll get out of here. You know, I was like singing that and like crying. Yeah.
And now you're doing it.
Now I'm doing it. It's very surreal. It feels like I'm immediately in 7th grade again. It's like I go right back to being acne and like 12.
I didn't know it as well as we obviously know it now, to sit every day and to kind of mine it, and to realize how perfect it is. And the two of them, Howard and Alan, what they have done just in general, the songs that they've written in general have been so important to me and so moving to me. He's standing right here and I still can't believe it. But where do you see, like, to be reminded of what the show was like in a teeny tiny space? And it's going to be in Midtown Manhattan. I know it was downtown before, so that's going to be a different thing. But for a very small group of people to come in every night, 240 something, we're all going to be in this teeny tiny space together. This cast is rocking my world. And Michael Mayer has created a dynamic in the room where our whole mandate, all of us, the designers, Michael, the cast, is just not to, for lack of a better word, F it up. To serve up this incredible, perfect material, and it's so short. Like, it does not overstay its welcome. So we're all just going to try to knock it out of the park 8 times a week in that teeny tiny space.
When you don't work on a show for a long time and it's not a musical, you miss going in every day and just being a part of pure joy and just a great story, because honestly, if you're doing a musical, it's hard to get a musical onto the stage, and especially to have a musical be so legendary. So if you're doing a remake, which you know I've done a few times, the only reason why they get remade is because they're wonderful. And for us to have the opportunity to bring Little Shop back and modernize it in a way where, of course, the diehard fans are going to come. We want you to bring your daughter. We want you to bring your sons. We want you to bring your niece, your nephews. We want you to make this story go on and live on together. And that means we're just gonna modernize a little bit, make it more relatable to today. And I think it's gonna be great. I think people are gonna love it.
Having Alan Menken in the room, what is that like?
Oh, I wanna pee my pants, but also it's a great motivator, like showing, hey, we've come this far, like we have such a great team behind us, we've got so much to build upon. It's amazing.
I mean, if you are a Disney person growing up and like seeing his work, you're like, oh my God, that's Alan Menken. Oh girl, I hope I don't come flat or sharp or this. Am I gonna hit my notes right? And you know, just to hear him be so positive about everything, it's really a love. It's love bound, and I love it.
Seeing his work throughout the years and finally getting a chance to actually be in the room with him, it's humbling, very humbling. So grateful.
Little Shop, as I say, is the motherlode of everything I've done since then. The incredible work of Howard Ashman and the incredible storytelling and, finding that musical world that just defines a story, and that's what we've done ever since then. But you know, if you look at Little Shop, there's little elements that have shown up throughout all the things I've done since then.
First of all, I love Alan Menken, and he is the true example of a national treasure. Yeah. He really, really is. So just to have him around, and you know, it just means everything. It just means everything.
What are you looking forward to the most about opening night?
Just for New York City to experience the show again, because everyone seems to be really excited about it, and so I'm just excited about people getting to experience the show again.
I think that the real reason that the show endures is because it's a classic story. It's like the story of Faust. It's the story of someone who sells their soul for fame and fortune. And it's also, I think, I don't know if it's always had this resonance, but in today's world, it's the story of, you know, malevolent forces that are constantly working to get you to sell yourself to them, and how you have to struggle against those forces.
The idea that I could get a cast of this caliber to work in a small theater off Broadway, I thought, when is the last time audiences got to experience this level of talent in that close, intimate range? And I thought that's something worth doing. And this show is like catnip, because everyone loves the show. Everyone loves these roles.